we are going to add conditional flows on the target endpoint side so that we can connect the response cache policies to those conditional flows, and those conditional flows will be GET requests, and then of course the processing on the response side for that GET request. Let's go ahead and visit the flows where the response cache policies are attached, which are on the post flow. Remove that and add that into the conditional flow, and then do the same on Foursquare as well for the venues API. We'll go ahead and save that and then test it out. Making subsequent calls to the APIs again, we see that indeed coming in for venues, weather didn't match, venues did, response cache policy fired, there wasn't a match. We called the backend server, and then the response cache policy fired as well. And this is now on the conditional flow. The next time we make the same request, we see that yes, indeed, venues verb is get is true. We go to the response cache policy. There is a match. And given that there's a match, we go to the response side of the target endpoint processing and access the response cache policy there. We know that that fired because we see that venues get was processed in the response flow. And then the response was sent back. For weather, we see the same pattern. First call, response is cached because it wasn't available. And then on the second call, the response was sent out immediately. So let's talk about what we did with the response cache policy. We had the request flow, we had the target endpoints, we had the routing rules, and then we added response cache policies to the conditional flows coming in. And the associated response flows were then also implemented, where the response flow from the target endpoint had the response cache policies put in on the conditional flows for GET. So now GET calls would be cached in, everything else would be ignored. As you have noticed, this demo does not implement several key components of good API design. Yes, we would never have the client send in an API key for an external service that we are proxying. Spike arrest, quota policies, developer management, better error handling, and of course, even within the policies that were implemented in this example, we just picked defaults. We would be specifying better keys for response caching. So even there, this is not a production quality asset. Please use it to understand the API processing pipeline within Apigee. And of course, go ahead and like this video and share it with others. This is Rajiv signing off. Have a good one.